Yeah, sure.
It's not live, so you don't need to worry about talking.
Oh, okay, sure. I've got 20 more minutes to do it, and then maybe we can go get a bite to eat. You two.
I'm ready to roll.
I might take my jacket off so you can see the team there.
Okay, yo, what's up?
Oh. What's up, dude?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
This is actually really, really interesting and very fun. Doing that with
Yes.
VA just now, I was learning a lot as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
That is good to hear.
This is a tournament of new perspectives for me.
Just turn that radiator off because it does not need to be on.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to go? Do you want to crack on when you're ready? Okay, so we're going to be Ship, who purchased this match analysis, so we're going to be focusing on him.
Okay.
Obviously, Falcon Ice Climb is a bit of a matchup for this tournament.
Well, your Falcon knowledge is good.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you know about ice climbers.
I think I know a fair bit.
Again, I just have to maybe focus on the fundamentals a bit more.
Yeah, well, that's good.
my specific knowledge is lacking somewhat.
Okay, yeah, but I think we'll get some good stuff in here. So the strikes, normally you get... okay, this is interesting, because FD is one of those ones where it's like, whoever gets the other person in the air, like, really carries it.
In this matchup,
Yeah.
I would have thought that FD favored ice climbers.
I think maybe, yeah, but it's not so bad, because, like, you kind of threaten them as well, so it's not such a big deal. Okay, so... Sechi looks like he's just trying to keep himself with, keep himself safe by spacing with good aerials and, like, going on a tear.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, Carl's honestly had a bit of trouble. Oh, you know, that was actually really good. I thought his nano was dead there, but he managed to defend it. Okay. So it looks like he stepped forwards to try and defend his nano there. Obviously, Sechi is at quite low percent, but I wouldn't have minded. Instead, he kind of accepted a nano loss and tried to set up an edge guard
yeah,
in punishment.
I can agree with that. Yeah, I mean, the first save was very nice.
Yeah.
The second one did look a bit far gone to me.
Yeah, yeah.
But it can be very difficult to judge these situations, I imagine. But
Okay,
I do agree.
I feel like Ship kind of committed into the corner there a bit too much with that dash attack.
Yeah.
Oh, but he finds the... Okay, well, he's not wobbling right at the moment in his life, but he finds the conversion there on the grab. Oh, Sechi defending himself quite well. Okay, yeah. Good use of the auto cancel back air and then following up with that forward smash. It does look like, obviously it's a bit staple thing to say, but Ship had the wobble down and that might have been the finish there. Oh, okay, yeah, gets caught out by the air dodge again. Feels like maybe a little bit more patience is required in the edge guarding, specifically.
The air dodge looks like actually, I mean, if Falcon's coming from above, it looks like the main thing to be wary of.
Yeah.
Because it does just beat the forward smash completely.
Yeah, okay, so Sechi's going for a lot of the auto cancels, and it can be really hard to punish because there isn't like a true punish, because the back area's just got a good hitbox, got good timing on it.
I think I'd like to see Ship tightening up a bit more. His wave dashes in are taking up a great deal of space, which is one of Ice Climber's main tools. But what Sechi's doing very well is actually keeping compact.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Ship do a bit more of the same thing and hold his space a bit more.
Yeah.
Do some more controlled wave dashes forward and back maybe, and try and drag Sechi into some big damage with the down smash, for instance.
Yeah, it feels like Ship's going in for wave dashes and he's trying to be like a counter attack, or he's trying to push. He's just like, this is my moment, I'm going.
Yeah.
Rather than just like, you know, cutting out a bit of stage and then maybe going back into shield, or like evaluating again. It seems like he's like, oh, this is the time where I wave dash and do a move. And it's like sometimes you need to take it a bit more step by step.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree.
Okay.
But always keep your eye on what the opponent is doing.
Yeah.
I'm seeing some trades which aren't necessarily needing to happen. I feel like Ship can respond a bit more in the moment, a bit more reactively to actually the hitboxes that you see Sechi throwing out.
Yeah.
Although Falcon is a very explosive and difficult to you know, cut his flow character. For instance, there was a situation where Sechi was doing just a lot of chain nairs, and I feel like Ship should understand what his best response to that is.
So I feel like Ship is going to be a bit more favored on the stage because right at the start, you saw him. Wow. Ice Climb's gone off both sides. You saw him kind of holding his ground a bit more rather than forcing into an approach in the corner.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Patience, waits for the air dodge there, and this looks like it'll actually be a kill this time. Oh.
Nice to do.
Oh, that was the DI mix-up. That was nice.
Yeah.
He holds in on that up air. Okay, yeah.
Wow, down tilt to pop him up and then down smash. Very
So you managed to capitalize on that edge guard. It does feel like, honestly, it was about a 3-stock by Sechi last time. It does feel like a big part of that was just a punish game.
Yeah.
Because, like, Sechi was capitalizing every single time. And Carl, obviously, he's
Sechi
taking a moment away from wobbling right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
But yeah, if that was back in the game, then it would be addressed.
I mean, Sechi known for a crazy punish game.
Okay, yeah. Ooh. Sechi very happy to crouch cancel that auto cancel back air, so I think Carl's going to need to think just a little more before he just goes to that. Obviously, it's such a good tool, but you can't just pull the trigger on it if people are happy to crouch cancel you.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I really think Ship is correct taking his time here.
Yeah.
Like,
This
it's
is
the
more
first
what
stop.
I wanted to see in the last
exactly.
game. Even, you know? But almost the stage layout is favoring this for him.
Yeah.
Or maybe he feels more comfortable doing it when it's not just the FD, you know.
Yeah.
When it's not just FD, I mean. But I'm really enjoying the sort of patience he's showing here. And
Yeah,
then, for
definitely.
instance,
Okay, and waits for the air dodge
forward
again. He's
smash
actually
there.
made a little adjustment there, which is really good.
Yeah.
Okay, that seems quite unlucky. Unfortunately, he got a shield poke there. Okay, yeah, follows up on the tech chase. Oh. Okay, yeah.
Yep. Confidently following up on the tech chase as he should.
Yeah.
Understanding that Falcon is not.
It does feel like Ship's tech chasing has been pretty solid. Like, a lot of ice climbers are big guesses, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Which is tempting to do when you have that wobble on lock, but Ship seems to be finding the right opportunities. Really wants to just try and get a few hits on here. Very tricky against Asopo, though. Catches out the jump from Sechi, but no follow-up.
I'm glad he went straight back to Nano there, made sure he had a win.
Yes, I agree. Oh, he's got the nanopole. Fancy. Oh, they're going to end up getting separated, though. Ooh. Goes for the save.
That's the right choice.
Okay, yeah, he managed to... Ooh. Going to bring her in? Okay, no, he's going to have to go alone with Sopo. Okay, yeah, catches the down smash on the bottom of his shield. Okay, he dodged out of the shield drop there as well. Just see, said she was ready to pull the trigger on that, and he evades the up air.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, gets. I feel like that's been one of Sechi's biggest things, just having a back air in place when Ship's trying to come in.
Yeah. I mean, he started the set off with that exact thing. He was. Did they not get 3 games?
You can play a third game, yeah. You got loads of time. We'll go through another game and then we'll do a bit of talk a bit afterwards, because they've only been on for 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, I think that's a very good thing to note
game.
is that Sechi is doing a great job of walling out the ices with his aerials, especially the back air. What would you say would be a good thing for Ship to try and do to counter that?
I feel like it just. I mean, we spoke about patience a lot already, but there's another thing as well. When you're at low percent, you can kind of sometimes you can just wave dash into a crouch cancel, which sounds a bit like whack, but if you know there's a move that's unsafe, but it's only safe because of the spacing that they're in, if you manage to mess up that spacing, then suddenly it becomes unsafe again.
Yeah. And having an ice climbers right next to you is a horrible situation to be in, you know. So yeah, I think that's a good. It's a good thought.
Okay, yeah. You see, even there, like he managed to sneak in between the moves, you know.
Yeah. Solid stuff there. He's moving very well.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Catches him with that jab. Breaks out of the combo there. One thing I will have to commend him on as well is using the double jump sweet spots to the edge. Like, obviously, Sechi covered it the second time, but the first time he managed to sneak right in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, definitely stepped a bit too close to the edge there, I think. Like,
yeah,
hasn't got enough respect for the ledge options of Falcon. And it's like, that whole combo, 67% and Nana's dead.
Yeah.
Because he got caught by a neutral air from the ledge, so it's like, you need to have a little...
And again, he goes right to the edge again.
Yeah.
You've got to be very careful. I really do. Today, I'm noticing everyone's patience and lack of patience as well. I feel like patience can really help in these just in melee in general.
That
Nice
is,
stuff.
we got some styling going on right now.
Alright,
Absolute
let's go.
styling. Yeah.
Nice. Wicked stuff, man.
So overall from Ship, I feel like his edge guard has been pretty solid. I feel like he's just been eating a few too many hits from Falcon. That's really been causing problems. Okay, so in that situation, he shielded at the edge, which kind of denied him from getting hit by a ledge up aerial, but it didn't stop the Falcon from getting inside. You know, it didn't maintain his position on the stage.
Yeah.
So I feel like even though you managed to keep yourself safe, if you just, you know, retreated back and baited that move out instead of blocking it, then you'd be in an even more favorable position. Yeah, okay, he's gone for the same thing again, you know, just trying to steal the edge away. It's like, the thing about that is, yeah, if they don't get the edge, then you can maybe get an edge guard on them, but if they just sneak into the middle, then you've given away your whole advantage.
It looked to me like a bit of tunnel vision. It's like 3 stocks in a row, you've seen him go for a similar sort of thing, or just approach the edge straight away while Sechi's there. Whereas, you know, maybe after the first time, it would have been better to take a step back, evaluate the situation some more, and, contain his climbers.
Wow. Get up attack combos.
Nice by Sechi. I mean, unfortunately, I'm completely lost as to what Sopo would ideally want from
If you get a grab, then you can set up actual combos and tech chases.
Okay, so the grab is still very
the crouch cancel becomes very punishing.
Okay.
So yeah, we got another 8 minutes to talk over that one. I'll get to you in a minute, Alpha Dash. Yeah, Dusion's just arrived. So, okay, yeah, in general, it felt like the story of those games were Sechi just kind of had a bit of a wall going on, like, and I think Carl just really needs to find the perfect moment to sneak in or like to try and break it. And sometimes when there's like a wall going on, you can't just think, oh, this is my moment to hit him. Instead, you kind of have to see it as like, okay, this is a gap where I can maybe get past him or be able to set up some stage positioning again. Or maybe not get all the way past them, but, you know, say you're here on the stage, push them back to like this, so you're much closer to the middle. Even though you're still at the outside, you have a little extra bit of ground behind you to work with.
Yeah. I'd say focusing on the stage position is really key.
Yeah.
I felt a lot of rushing towards him again. This is something I noted in the last step we just did. I felt like Ship was really rushing a lot to try and get those hits in where he could. Like you said, I'd like to see some more measure, perhaps understanding the situation some more, and instead of trying to sneak in, like you say, understanding stage position where you can control it, and maybe trying to feel more of Sechi's momentum as he's going to come into him and try and approach with aerials and stuff and then controlling that.
I feel like at the start of the Yoshi's game, it felt like he was much more doing the job of establishing his dominance on the stage and saying like, okay, you're at the outside, I'm at the inside. If you want to come to me, you're going to come from here, you know, or from here, and trying to cut out those avenues of approach, you know. Whereas later on throughout the games, he became more like, I need to go and hit him, you know, I need to go and catch him, I need to go and do this.
I mean, we saw an effect of Sechi. Basically, his punish game was so strong. I think that made Ship come into that sense of urgency.
Yes, like this is serious. Like every interaction matters a lot.
Yeah. And I feel like in the matchup, if he was cutting out those approaches and building frustration in Sechi, perhaps it could have been the other way around. You would have seen more of Sechi jumping into the forward smashes and so on and so forth. You know, being pulled about the place.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I feel like Ship's strong points are probably his edge guards are pretty good. There was one where he missed the air dodge, but he definitely kind of picked up on that afterwards and like didn't get snuck by any of the other times.
Yeah, absolutely. Good adaptation there.
Yeah, on that front. And his tech chases are pretty solid as well. He's taken a moment away from wobbling.
He had some very nice punishes in general. He followed to the platforms well. I felt like when he did those 0 to deaths, they were really, you know, he really had a stranglehold on Sechi. I think that's an area of his game he can continue to develop and, you know, keep as a great weapon in his arsenal.
It does actually look like a game, like a lot of those games were games where he could have won.
What ice climbers do you think would be good to look at him, would be good for him to study for the neutral? In terms of, say, like we were saying, maybe keeping his ice climbers a bit more contained, being a bit more patient, and controlling the flow and rhythm of the game a bit more.
I think maybe I'm not like a great studier of ice climbers, but I feel like Nintendo might be a good shout.
Nintendo,
yeah, and I mean, that matchup was one. It is known to be like quite a difficult one for ice climbers, and I feel like you kind of did see that. It does feel like Sechi's just doing moves, and you have to try and find like a really good time to sneak in. But that is kind of just the nature of some of these matchups. When it is really hard, yeah, you are on a losing foot, so you do have to put in like that little extra bit of work to try and find an opening, whereas they don't have to work so hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think one of the things that's really important to know about a matchup when you're unfavored is just because when you're unfavored, it feels like you're behind even when you're not. So sometimes you end up, approaching, even though you're in the lead, or doing things like this to try and catch up. But it's like you can just really slow it down, and it's only going to get less favored for you if you make reckless decisions, and if you start going in when you shouldn't do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah,
it's being able to put the brakes on, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right when you have to.
And I feel like, especially against Sechi, it's the sort of person where it's like, if you stand there, he's going to stand on the other side of the stage. He's not going to. So if maybe that means he won't approach you. But if you need a second to think, you can just calm it down and then be like, hey, I'm going to put pressure on these places, I'm going to come towards him, but then come back to the middle of the stage.
I mean, there was that situation where Ship went straight to the edge, comes down, it happened three stocks in a row, perhaps comes down, goes straight to the edge. For me, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But you could use the invincibility to do that safely. You don't have to then keep playing around the area. Yeah. You can go in and try the quick down smash and then quickly get out of there again and establish your stage control.
Yeah, the way I think about it is like if with your invincibility, you might not always be able to get a hit right, but at least at the end of it, make sure you've got a good stage position on your opponent. Because you're invincible, it's pretty good. You need to make use of it. You need to, at the end of the invincibility, have gained something, I think, because otherwise you may as well not be invincible,
Absolutely.
So I think that kind of wraps up. Unless you got anything else you want to chuck in?
No, I'm all good.
Okay, we'll cut that one there. Thank you very much. Shit.